This video will walk you through the user perspective when submitting an application in open water. When you click the link to your application, you will first be redirected here to our Community Hub. If you've used Community Hub before, you can go ahead and put in your login information and click Login. If you have not used Community Hub before, you will either need to activate your account by using Forgot Your Password, or you will need to create a new account by clicking Don't Have an Account. And you will need to go through the steps to create those credentials. Once you have the credentials, you can come back here and enter them to log in. Once you log in, you will be redirected back to open water. The example we're going to look at now is the Thespys submission, but all submissions work in mostly the same way. It's just that the web page itself may look a little different. The first thing to note is that you have the option to manage collaborators on some of your programs. This will allow people other than yourself to access your application in their own accounts. If you would like to add group members, troop directors, students, etc. to an application, click Manage Collaborators and then Add Collaborator. Enter their first name, last name, and email and save. They will be notified by email that they've been added as a collaborator and they will have access to this application in their own account. Please note that only the primary collaborator is allowed to submit the application. So when you add someone, you need to make sure that the person who is going to finalize the application is made the primary collaborator. You can tell in this column here whether they are primary or not, and you will have the option to make them the primary collaborator when you add them. In the submission itself, regardless of the program, you'll need to fill out, at the very least, all required fields, and you can fill out the optional fields as well. And then you'll just save and finalize. Please note that in some applications, you will have to answer additional questions in order to see more questions. So in the Thespys, for example, you need to select the category before you receive the full list of questions you need to answer. So just make sure to go in and fill out all required elements and you will be good to go. If you're in progress on your application and you're not finished, but you need to step away, you can click Save and you can always return to the application at a later date. If you're finished and you're ready to submit, remember to click Save and Finalize. If you're looking for an in-progress application that you're returning to, it will be up here in your Incomplete on your account bar here. If at any time, whether you're filling out the application or looking for your scores, you are not seeing an application that is part of your account, you may need to change the applicant organization. Some programs have different owners. For example, your state or your province may own a particular application. The Educational Theater Association may own a particular application, and those live in different places on open water. So you will need to click Change Applicant Organization and then select the appropriate organization to go to. And you'll notice that once I'm in this new organization, I have different applications here that I can access. So if you're ever not seeing something, that would be the first thing to check. Once again, all you'll need to do to fill out the application is make sure that once you're done with all of the questions, you click that Save and Finalize button, and that will submit your application for adjudication. Please make sure when you fill out your application, if there are any video links, Google Docs, anything that requires permission, that you have made it public so that any adjudicator will be able to access without having to request those permissions.